Hello everyone! Nice to see you again here. Doc Jed Mendoza here once again, and welcome to our 12th episode. Time flies so fast. And with that, what is then the topic for today? No other than understanding anxiety. What is all about anxiety? Later we will talk about everything on it and what is the proper management of it. Since we always hear every now and then what's all about anxiety, we always use that. This is the topic for today because I wish to align this to our previous topic, which is learning and thinking. Okay? We learn as we think, and sometimes we hardly learn because we have this so-called as anxiety. Anxiety, what is all about? Anxiety is a fear to the unknown danger. When you talk about fear to the unknown danger, these are the things that sometimes hampers us to keep on going because we might feel that we might commit mistakes. So, just to be detailed, anxiety is a feeling of excessive worry, nervousness, or fear about situations. Okay? So, this anxiety is very, if I may say, common for people who have this overthinking, restlessness, difficult sleeping. So take note, if you have these guidelines, it follows that you might be experiencing anxiety. Again, if you have this criteria like overthinking, hardly sleep because you kept on overthinking with a lot of things, restless, you feel tired at all times, difficult sleeping, until what time you still hardly sleep despite of taking some melatonin or whatever you're taking in, or milk, whatever, still hardly sleep, rapid heartbeat or irregular heartbeat, irritability, you're always irritable to think of a lot of things, hard-headed, difficult concentrating, you hardly give in focus, and avoiding situation or people, you avoid, you evade, you isolate yourself. So, the question is, how anxiety affect behavior? Definitely it affects behavior because anxiety can influence the way people respond to other and handle situation. Like for example, some people become quiet and suddenly withdrawn. Please be noted, ladies and gentlemen, that we have a growing number of suicides. Ideation, thinking of committing suicides, and an act. Others get frustrated, and others commit suicide successfully, sad to say. And also, another example, others become impatient or easily irritated. Some avoid social interaction or decision making. Others constantly seek reassurance. Why need seek assurance? Because it needs assurance because probably the husband had an extra marital sex with other people, that the woman wants to be secured that his husband loves him so much, or probably there's this negative past experiences that the wife, the girlfriend, whoever wants to be secured on the love of the husband. That's why these are the things that might happen or experience by these people who experience such anxiety. So the question is, does anxiety normal? Well, yes, if I may say, because anxiety or fear to the unknown danger normal for a lot of people, not to the point that it will affect your personality, not to the point that it become exceeded to what is normal. And when can we say that it becomes exceeded? If it exceeded to 6 months, that 1 year that you've been experiencing such, it's not good anymore. So the question number 2 is, how can I manage anxiety properly? Here are some of the healthy tips that we could practice to do meditation, Okay? Avoid overthinking. Have a work-life balance. Try to appreciate yourself. Find something that will make you happy. Probably you need to beautify yourself because that could be probably the reason why your boyfriend or ex-husband um, become attracted to another woman because you hardly beautify yourself. That could be maintain, communicate with other people who are optimists. Don't get away from people who are pessimists. Talk to support people like psychologists, elders in the church, or whoever you consider is mature enough that can help you objectively. All right? Try to limit stress trigger when possible. Know your triggers. If you feel like the triggers is seeing the ex of your husband or ex of your boyfriend, try to get away from that because it's becoming unhealthy. It will remind you of what your husband did on you from your relationship, in your relationship, if I may say. Limit stress triggers if possible, as much as possible. Get away from things, people that may trigger you in experiencing anxiety. Learn to provide coping mechanism and healthy mechanism. All right? Important reminders, experiencing anxiety does not mean weakness. Because as I've said, it remains normal to experience anxiety. It simply means that mind and body responding to pressure is normal. What is important is learning healthy ways to cope and seeking support when needed. Okay? And seeking support when needed is very important for you to know your limitations, for you to know how to cope with the situation, especially if you feel needing somebody to be with you. And my final message with that, always remember that life may bring uncertainty sometimes. But remember, anxiety can be and manage yourself as well. Always remember to be aware of yourself. Try to practice healthy habits, work out, eat healthily, try to manage your emotion, always have support group with you, and learn to have proper coping strategies. Always remember, take care of your mind. And same way, you take care of your body. So, what else can I say but thank you once again for listening to this podcast. Once again, Doc Jed Mendoza here, reminding everyone to protect your peace, value, and mental health at all times. Always remember, of course, as always, keep on saying at the end of my podcast, like, share, subscribe, follow me not only in this YouTube but as well as to my Facebook Wellness Psychological Services for consultation as well as with my webinar open for all times for your information. Thank you and have a blessed day ahead. Bye-bye.